on the statements that have been made by certain politicians, and this statement is done on behalf of the Kenyan women. We are shocked and appalled by the foul language used by Kapsaret MP Oscar Sudi and Emurua Dikir MP Johanna Ngeno in reference to our mother. While we may understand their political grievances, which are within their rights to air, we take great exception to any reference of women and mothers in a way that demeans them. By dragging the name of Her Excellency Mama Ngina in their unfortunate utterances, the two crossed the line. Their utterances are not only derogatory, but also a bad reflection of leaders of their standing. We condemn this insult to Her Excellency Mama Ngina and to all mothers, and ask politicians to direct their responses and attacks, if need be, to their fellow politicians. Politicians should be alive to the fact that freedom comes with responsibility. As women of Kenya, we demand simple decency and civility and respect to women in general. And we have our rights, and we are not second-class citizens of this republic. And therefore, the rights that have been enshrined in the Constitution of Kenya must be protected, and we are here to protest the verbal utterances that we have been listening to coming from our leaders just because of some political energy that is negative energy that we do not appreciate in this country. And therefore, we note that the insightful utterances that are a recipe for political confusion, chaos, and regional hatred that result to bloodshed, which affects mostly women, children, and the vulnerable, are not acceptable in future. As such, as women of Kenya, we demand stern legal action against the perpetrators, and we also demand for an apology to the mother of the nation, Her Excellency Mama Ngina Kenyatta. She does not qualify to be bashed politically. All I know, in the history of this republic, she has never appeared in any ballot box as a candidate, and therefore she should not be involved and engaged in political, messy, verbal exchanges. And we do note that the people who are speaking the way they are speaking, somebody is behind their speeches. We want to know the motive. Let's put everything on the table. Huu ni mwaka wa kuambiana ukweli. Tuambiane ukweli. Sisi tumekasirika kama wamama, tumesikia uchungu kama wamama, na hakuna ambaye amezaliwa na mama angetaka mama yake aingizwe kwa uchafu wa siasa. Kwa hivyo wamama wetu wapatiwe heshima, and haswa wamama ambao wamefanya kazi tele kuhakikisha ya kwamba Kenya yetu imefika pahali imefika. Mama Ngina Kenyatta, Her Excellency, is a mother of this nation. She has sacrificed so much in her life to become who she is and for us to be where we are as a nation. And therefore, we demand an apology from the two members of parliament who have mentioned Her Excellency Mama Ngina Kenyatta in the murky of politics of Kenya. Asanteni sana.
Ya kuweka matusi, kufanya hii na ile, it has not taken us anywhere as a country. And therefore, what we'd like to say, it must stop. And there has been an attempt, serious scheme to discredit the family of His Excellency the President from the Deputy President and his allies. It started with Jomo Kenyatta himself. This same Sudi attacked him. Corneli Serem, member for Aldai, brought in the brother of the president. Nothing was said. Then they went to attack the president himself, Nelson Koech and others. Nothing was said. Because they saw that it was being encouraged, they have now crossed the line to the mother, the matriarch of this nation, Mama Ngina Kenyatta. It will not go uncondemned. And I want to say this to William Ruto. I saw he wrote a tweet saying that what Sudi and Ngeno said were wrong. If he is truly sincere, because we must call out hypocrisy, if he is truly sincere, we want to see Sudi and Ngeno apologizing to Mama Ngina, because he can make them apologize. If he told them to apologize, they would apologize. We don't want hypocrisy of hiding behind Twitter. After sending people to insult, you hide behind Twitter to pretend like you disassociate yourself. If he truly disassociates himself from these sentiments, let Oscar Sudi, let Johanna Ngeno, let Murkomen, let publicly apologize to Mama Ngina Kenyatta. Then we will know that he is not part of this thing. But as somebody who's walked this path, I want to tell him, you do not get votes of Mount Kenya region by insulting Mama Ngina Kenyatta. You do not become president by insults. You get there by humility. But with this path tunaona unatembea hii, hapa umeanguka mara 10 asante.
Most of us, we were asking when early morning is coming and we deal with these issues. There are 3 things I want to categorically state, because I just left Tangatanga the other day and probably I may not have mentioned a few things here. I have all reasons to believe that one, Sudi, Ngeno, and even Kipchumba Murkomen, and amongst others, they are not angry. They are selling a narrative and a script from their masters. And their godfather and their political mentor has made it a habit to use his attack dogs to communicate his message, because he's a coward. He cannot stand during day broad light to communicate and tell the president off, enough is enough. So we hereby also want to make you know and be aware that we know there is a political think tank which usually run their meetings at the deputy president's residence, where they have made now a new narrative of fighting the rest of the communities in the Republic of Kenya against the Gema community. And just approve and enough to show that you guys, you're hypocrites. And the kind of tweet that we received last evening from William Ruto is hypocritical. It is that this same lady, Her Excellency Mama Ngina Kenyatta, she is the same woman aliwekelea William Ruto mikono katika Afraha Stadium Nakuru. Na Mukoro prayed for you even when you're going to ICC. Is this the way you treat a woman who covered your shame, covered your nakedness, and we were there for you, and the country was there for you? So what we want to say is this: whatever is good for goose is good for duck. We want to employ a different tactic today. We want to say this: William Ruto, please come out, apologize to Mama Ngina on behalf of your attack dogs. Apologize to the president on behalf of your attack dogs. Myself, Waiguru, and the people of Laikipia, the reason why we do not agree with you is because you are president in your own making and you feel you cannot submit under Uhuru Kenyatta as your president. And there's no two way. We have only one president, who is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And Uhuru has stated clearly, it is time to heal this country under the BBI forum. We are inviting you, if you are not beating wired drums, starting from where Kapsaret, Member of Parliament, was addressing from, to distance yourself from this remark and endorse BBI. Otherwise, I can tell you, you will be inviting the international community again to come and investigate what God will not allow to happen. Thank you very much.
Pahali tumetoka. Mwaka wa 2007, tunajua pahali hii nchi ilikuwa. And we have not forgotten who was the master of 2007 massacre that happened. And we know the plan, we know where they started. They started with inciting the communities. They started with inciting, especially the Gema community, against all the other 42 tribes in Kenya. And the similar path, similar script is being followed. As the women of this nation, we want to say no more bloodshed in Kenya. And if those are your plans to attain whatever you want to achieve in 2022, forget about it. I am extremely tired of those utterances that the Kalenjins gave Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta votes, or they made him the president. How many votes did they have? 1.2 against from the Gema, 6.8. It's a shame. And not all of them also voted for Uhuru. We also know other tribes voted for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And once Uhuru assumed the presidency, he became the president of everybody. For the ones who voted for him and the ones who didn't vote for him. So I want to remind the two dishonorable members, because they are not honorable members, do your politics, but avoid attacking Her Excellency Mama Ngina Kenyatta. We've never seen her on a platform, on a political platform. Actually, the last time she was in public, she was praying for one, William Samoei Ruto and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, when they had their case going to The Hague. That lady, she cried and blessed those two as her sons. When did you, William Samoei Ruto, part ways with Uhuru, and now you send your dogs to go back and go and attack Her Excellency? At her age now, all she needs is to sit and pray for this nation. But I want to remind Oscar Sudi and Ngeno, you are cursed. That is your mother. That is our grandmother. She's a matriarch of this nation. You are cursed. For you just to open your mouth and say those bad things, remember you're also saying them to your own mothers. And so, I want to address one, William Samoei Ruto. If you are tired of serving this nation, if you want to concentrate on the politics, please resign today and not tomorrow. And you have said, as the women of this nation, when chaos happens, we are the ones who suffer. Our husbands are killed, our children suffer, we also stay without food. And so we have said no more bloodshed. We don't want communities, in being incited against each other, because this is one Kenya and one nation. And Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is not a president for Gema only. He's a president for the entire nation. So respect the president. And finally, to that team, even if you have no respect for one Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, respect his position as the president of this nation and commander-in-chief. What are we showing our children? Do you even have moral authority to tell your children to respect you as a father, if you cannot respect the authority that is above you? And I want to ask one, William Samoei Ruto. We see you. Monday, you're in Murang'a. Tuesday, Kirinyaga. Wednesday, Nakuru. Thursday, Friday. When do you ever work? When do you ever help the president to work? Or you just go inciting the community against the president? How come we've never seen you when members that you would normally follow you in those meetings, when they abuse the president? We've never seen you condemn them. So don't hide behind a tweet. Do not fool Kenyans. Wake up and tell us what you want, but above all, we want a united nation. And for those members, we are not actually requesting. It is the high time your conscience tells you you need to apologize.